Hello, my name is Priscilla Hilson, and this presentation is a formative assessment data dig for our course Utilizing Data in Leadership. Today, we're going to analyze the Celebrate America Grade 1 Week 1 in HMH into reading. We're doing this to identify learning gaps and determine the next instructional steps. As Bernhardt 2025 emphasizes, meaningful data analysis begins with purpose, using data not as an endpoint, but as a tool to improve teaching and learning. Looking at our class of 16 students, we achieved an overall average score of 78.2%. On average, students spent 15 minutes and 10 seconds on the assessment. While these numbers suggest general engagement, FIX 2025 reminds us that surface level averages can mask instructional needs. Therefore, it is essential to move beyond overall scores and examine standard specific data to understand how students are truly learning. The critical proficiency gap. Our most significant instructional gap is found in Standard 1 LV 2A, which focuses on identifying root words and inflectional endings such as S, ED, and ING. Currently, only 42.9% of students demonstrated proficiency, and according to Bernhardt 2025, disaggregating data by standards allows leaders and teachers to pinpoint where instruction must be adjusted rather than making assumptions based on overall performance. So, this data clearly signals a need for targeted instructional support and morphological awareness. Item analysis and successes. So, the item analysis reinforces this finding. Item number 5, which says root words, reflected a low proficiency rate of 42.9%, followed by item number 6 at 57.1%. In contrast, item 9 showed 100% proficiency, highlighting strong mastery in other literacy skills. FIS 2025 describes this type of contrast as productive tension, where strengths and gaps coexist and guide strategic instructional decisions rather than broad reteaching. So here are some student persistence and efforts. So when we examine the individual student data, the time on task reveals important patterns. For example, student 3 spent only 2 minutes and 29 seconds and scored a 53.85%, placing them below level. But in contrast, student 13 demonstrated persistence by spending over 37 minutes and earning an above level score of 84.62%. So, Bernhardt 2025 notes that behavioral data such as effort and stamina must be analyzed alongside achievement data to gain a complete picture of student performance. So, here is the instructional action plan. So, to address the gap in Standard 1 LV2A, the next steps would include targeted small group instruction, focus on word deconstruction. Students will engage in activities that break words into base and tail components using familiar root words like look, paired with endings such as S, ED, and ING. FIS 2025 emphasizes that sustainable improvement occurs when instructional responses are directly aligned to the data, ensuring that teaching is intentional, responsive, and student centered. This data dig reflects a commitment to use informative assessment data to guide instruction and leadership decisions. Thank you.